The Trump administration is touting unprecedented success at the border during the president's first 100 days in office, and marked the occasion on the morning of April 28th by lining the White House lawn with mugshot-style posters bearing the faces of 100 arrested illegal migrants. The signs, emblazoned with the word "arrested," feature photos of the migrants as well as their apparent crimes, including first-degree murder, sexual abuse of a child, kidnapping and rape, murder, rape of a child, and distribution of fentanyl. Shortly afterwards, White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt and President Trump's border czar Tom Homan held a press conference to lay out how they say the administration has achieved what they call the most secure border in the history of the country through Trump's tough immigration policies. In it, they made clear that not only are they not backing down, but that they're just getting started. Here's everything you need to know about President Trump's war on illegal immigration during his first 100 days.
This is unprecedented success. The border secure. President Trump saving lives. President Trump has proven no one does it better than President Trump. There is no equal, it's not even close.
In a highly publicized recent example of a federal operation on illegal immigrants, dramatic footage captured the moment hundreds of DEA agents descended on a Colorado nightclub, where they detained more than 100 illegal immigrants in an early morning raid. A total of 114 migrants were detained in the raid on the underground club, allegedly frequented by members of the MS-13 criminal organization, according to authorities. And in what Leavitt and Homan claim was the largest deportation operation in American history, authorities said nearly 800 illegal immigrants, including violent fugitive gangbangers, were rounded up in a massive first-ever sweep by Florida cops working with federal immigration agents. The massive multi-agency immigration enforcement crackdown is called Operation Tidal Wave, which Leavitt promised is just a sign of things to come. According to Homan, the White House has already deported 139,000 migrants, but that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what lies ahead.
How many illegal aliens I think in the United States? At least 20 million. Last count, last I looked, there was about 700,000 illegal aliens with criminal charges walking the streets of this country. 700,000. And that's what we're looking for now. That's what we're prioritizing. Them and national security threats.
Homan made it clear that for those migrants, especially in sanctuary cities, nowhere was safe.
The number of worksite enforcement actions have tripled this year, and it's going to triple again. Because in sanctuary jurisdictions especially, if we can't arrest a bad guy in the safety and security of a county jail, they're going to release them into community. That means we go into the community. If we can't arrest them in the community, we'll arrest them at their work site. We got to do what we got to do to arrest public safety threats. There's no sanctuary for public safety threats in this country, so worksite enforcement is going to increase even more than it already has.
Leavitt and Homan also addressed some of the most controversial policies implemented by the administration, including the deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia to El Salvador, which has erupted into a huge legal battle. The White House originally said that sending Garcia to the notorious mega prison CCOT was due to an administrative error, but reiterated that they had no plans to bring him back. "I don't accept the term error," Homan declared, saying that the fact is, things have changed.
I will tell you what the president of El Salvador told all of you in the Oval Office. El Salvador does not intend to smuggle a designated foreign terrorist back into the United States. He is an El Salvadorian national. That is his home country. That is where he belongs. And the administration intends to comply with what President Bukele said of El Salvador. He does not intend to send that individual back.
They also made clear they won't back down when it comes to judges or any other officials they deem are getting in the way of carrying out their plans, with Trump issuing an executive order that will identify the cities and states that are not acting in compliance.
Regarding the executive order on sanctuary cities, is the administration planning to pursue any more investigations or prosecutions like was done against the judge in Wisconsin, against local officials?
Well, we'd have to defer you to the Department of Justice, obviously, for specific prosecutions or cases against individuals. But as I said in my remarks, the executive order the president will sign later this afternoon does direct the Attorney General and also Kristi Noem, our great Secretary of Homeland Security, to provide a list of sanctuary cities in which local officials are not complying with this federal order and are not complying with federal immigration laws. It's quite simple. obey the law, respect the law, and don't obstruct federal immigration officials and law enforcement officials when they are simply trying to remove public safety threats from our nation's communities.
When it comes to how far they will actually go to meet their goals, including if they would ever consider arresting and detaining citizens without hearings or due process, it remains an open question.
Can you please let us know if and when the Trump administration is planning to suspend the writ of habeas corpus to circumvent these radical judges who are infringing on his Article 2 powers and to start shipping out illegals en masse?
I have not heard such discussions take place, but I can assure you that the President and the entire administration are certainly open to all legal and constitutional remedies to ensure we can continue with the promise of deporting illegal criminals from our nation's borders.